Hello, it's going to be a long, hard winter for many. That's the warning from the Torbay Food Alliance, which runs a network of 10 food banks across the bay. Since the start of the pandemic, they've provided 7,000 meals a week to people in need. But with the removal of the £20 top-up to universal credit, the end of furlough and rising gas and electricity prices, it's predicting a big increase in the number of people needing support. This report from our correspondent Ben Woolvin.
How much has your food bill gone up?
I would say at least £30 a month, if not more.
Wendy and her partner Chris are not regular users of this food bank, but say they looked in the cupboards and realised they had no choice.
I don't like to come to the food bank. You know, I like to get my own stuff, but like I said, about the government's dropping this £20, you know, it's affecting everybody.
It just feels like the people are coming in a little bit less hopeful.
It's not just the mood that's changed here in the last couple of months. There's been a big increase in demand.
With the cuts to universal credit, end of furlough, rising kind of costs of bills, we are seeing families and individuals really struggle. And there's a little bit of a stigma attached to food banks, a little bit about kind of who will access food banks, but we are seeing a wide range of people accessing our food bank. We're seeing people who live on the streets, people who are professionals, families, individuals, people who would never have thought they would ever need to access this kind of support in the past are coming.
Well, I got paid last week and I'm skint this week. I just need to get some food.
Rob is about to find out if he's eligible for a parcel. He's speaking to the Torbay Community Helpline, which refers people here, not just for food, but also support with other challenges.
This will be the second or third time I get paid 1 week, and I blow all my money in 1 week. But sometimes it can last for 2 weeks. That's only if I don't play on the fruit machines.
We have so many people who are struggling with so many different things, and coming here maybe once or even twice a month to get some food and get some respite, you know, that makes a massive difference in someone's life. Especially if they feel like, you know, with addiction, you might feel like you're ostracised and alone and no one's there to help you. And if you have somewhere where you're getting food, you're getting, you know, unconditional support, you know, it makes a world of difference, doesn't it?
All my life, that's so heavy, that one.
This, a special delivery for a pregnant woman.
She found herself unexpectedly pregnant. She's on universal credit. People are really struggling with that £20 a week being taken out of their budgeting. It's heartbreaking, really, for us to hear that story.
Here in Torbay, like everywhere, there is more work being advertised than ever before. Wendy and Chris are considering cleaning jobs, but say it's not straightforward.
Well, it's finding a job that I could do with the illnesses I have and for the timescale I could manage, and it's the same with Chris as well.
Here's your stuff for you.
Thank you.
With the increased cost of heating still to be fully felt, they're expecting even more referrals in the coming weeks. The government says its £500 million plan for jobs is getting people into work, while those who can't work can get help from its Household Support Fund. Ben Woolvin, BBC Spotlight, Torquay.
Well, I'm joined now by David Gledhill from Torbay Food Alliance. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. David, more and more people dependent on food banks. You predict the worst is yet to come. But it's at a time when we hear that there are plenty of jobs available. This is a complex picture, isn't it? Help us to understand.
It's a very complex picture, Gemma. Here in the Bay, there are a lot of low-paid jobs, and those jobs obviously dried up during the crisis, so we've still got the knock-on effect from that. A lot of the jobs are also seasonal jobs, so that those jobs have now ended, or more or less ended, and it's added a lot more pressure onto people, onto families. There's mental health issues that are now coming to the fore, and we are trying to, instead of just giving out food, we're trying to get to the bottom of what's really affecting that individual. So we'll have a chat with them and we'll work out whether they need financial support to go through those problems, or whether indeed they need mental health support. But we want to break that vicious circle that that started during coronavirus. And if we can't cut into it now, it's going to continue for a long time to come. Families are now having to make the awful decision: switch on the heat, put food on the table at Christmas, or buy presents for the kids.
Yeah, and those are tough choices, aren't they? The government says it is going to help those impacted by the universal credit cut get back into work, but that doesn't really come into effect until April 2022. What help do you need now?
We need everyone now to do whatever they can to keep these amazing supplies coming. We're feeding 7,000 meals a week are going out from the 10 food banks in the Bay. There's a crowdfunder. If anybody can go to the Torbay Food Alliance and go to the crowdfunder, please give money. And when you're out shopping, there's nearly always in the supermarket, just beyond the cashiers, a bin to put food into. We like tin food, dry food, stuff that's going to last for a while. We've all got to gather around for this one and help as many people as we can.
And you're in a food bank now, aren't you, David? People working behind you. You need those donations to keep coming in. Are you worried that it might dry up?
Of course we are, yes. I mean, these guys here, there are 50 volunteers working out of Parth in Torbay, and they are here every day, day in, day out, and there's a steady stream of food coming in and an even faster stream of food going out. So we've got to be able to maintain those supplies. At 83 pence a meal, well, anybody can do the maths. It's a very, potentially, as economical as we are, it's potentially a very expensive operation.
OK, so those donations, keep them coming. David Gledhill, thank you very much for speaking to us this evening.